In 2017, Jake Paul's Team 10 has broken through to become one of the most viewed YouTube groups in the world. I met up with Jake's right-hand man, Nick Crompton, to discuss how he went from having 4,000 subscribers and England as a city to running a multi-million-dollar YouTube empire.
Oh, is this a part of the interview?
When did you come out to your family?
I've been planning it for a while.
Yeah. Jake, shut up!
What?
I've heard a lot of things about him. I don't know how it came across on camera.
But like, I just didn't care.
I'll set up right now. Very professional. I like to have a montage of my setups. As you can see, I've got the sock and 2 cameras, and we've got Nick Crompton, and we've got Grant over there. Our producer, Grant!
I'm coming!
Why is your video not working? Will you make sure no one emails me throughout the whole interview?
How am I supposed to do that?
We're currently in Los Angeles, in one of the biggest houses I've ever seen in my life. And you're like one of the main guys behind this whole thing. For anyone who doesn't know, Nick Crompton's the CEO of Team 10. He's starting a YouTube channel himself. You were a YouTuber,
Yeah.
You're a businessman, you're a boss, you party hard too, I've partied with you a few times. But how did you actually get from this Project 6, which no offense, like it wasn't as big as this,
No.
and you somehow made it here?
So I started doing YouTube videos myself, just by myself, and I was uploading every single day, and I had like 4,000 subscribers. And I remember the day that I went into my analytics and I could see my audience and I could arrange them by most subscribed first, and Joe Sugg was at the top. And I watched Joe all the time and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Joe's watching my videos.
Yeah.
And then Zoe popped up on there, and then like we were tweeting with each other a few times. I was like, this is insane that these people are watching my videos. And I was like living at home in Bradford, so I ended up with this contact list of influencers that had big audiences. Hannah reached out to me and said, you know a lot of YouTubers and we're thinking about starting this company, Social Chain. And then they moved to Manchester and I started working there. And it wasn't really a company at this point, it was just a couple of us.
Is that Apollo?
That is Apollo.
Apollo has more followers on Instagram than my friend Josh. He's very jealous about that.
Is that real? Is that a real stat?
Grant, I thought you knew your stats. If only you were as good as Nick Crompton, we would be doing something by now.
Cool, thanks, Nate.
You're welcome. But then yeah, so we started building this company called Social Chain, and it exploded pretty quickly. Building that company was an experience, and I'd learned a lot from that. So I started coming up with a new business idea just to do myself, and it was similar to Team 10 but more focused on music. And when I went out looking for investors, I ended up meeting one of Jake's investors when he first came up with the idea for Team 10. He basically said, this guy called Jake is kind of doing what you want to do, so instead of starting from scratch, why don't you just help him? Like, I'll connect you both and you can see what comes of it. So we came on a Skype call and talked for like an hour or two. And if you know Jake, and I didn't know this at the time, but he does not sit down for more than 30 minutes. He really does. And so looking back on that now, like, I was happy that he gave me that time to explain. Yeah. And he flew me out here, and I just helped him build Team 10.
Are you open about the money you make through YouTube, or is that something you don't talk about?
I make a nice amount of money.
A nice amount of money. It says on Google that your net worth is $800,000.
They also say that I own a car that doesn't even exist. So
so that's not true.
How much was it?
It says $800,000. Is that true or false? Above or below?
I'm not telling.
He's been media trained. How old are you?
22.
Do you worry that you'll be able to continue this for the rest of your life? Do you have that anxiety that I have about am I going to be able to continue to kind of work the way I'm working and still be rewarded from it?
No, that doesn't worry me, because just the way that we have things set up here, we have control over everything, and we set it up that way on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, there's no one calling the shots for us.
So this house, this is crazy. Did you pick it?
I did pick it, actually.
Because you had crazy problems with the last one.
Yeah, I was bad. Before that even got to that point, I was looking for places, but it's difficult to find a place that suits what is going on here.
You must be really proud.
It's scary as well, though.
Why is it scary?
From where I've come from.
Yeah.
Like, literally nothing. I was living with my parents in a 2-bedroom house, and there was like 5 or 6 of us, and I was sharing a room with like 3 or 4 people at one point. And then to be able to just break out of there and do all this is just, it's weird.
Do you have people who do you think hate on you because you're successful?
I think there's always going to be those type of people.
Why do you think people are able to judge other people they don't know so much?
I don't know, but I can say that I'm the same.
Yeah.
Like before all of this, I was like, why is that not me? Why does that person get all that? And now I'm in this position, I'm like, why did I get all this? Why am I doing so well?
Yeah.
And then I feel bad that there's people out there, like even my family.
Yeah.
Like I try and help them as much as I can, but like they're not doing well. So like, why out of everyone in Bradford, why did I manage? This whole thing is weird. When we're driving around in nice cars and doing things like that, and you drive past, like people, like LA is a huge place for like homeless people.
Yeah.
Like they're like everywhere, and like driving past in a nice car and like not having to worry about money, and then seeing that, like I get upset, and it's something that plays on my mind.
Is that a goal of yours to kind of contribute towards?
We do a lot of charitable stuff, but me personally, I like to concentrate on.
Someone's being attacked. It's just a normal day here.
Yeah.
But what do you like to focus on when it comes to
On
like,
helping children that are less fortunate than the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what I was, and I wish someone had just helped me and my family out at one point. The Make-A-Wish one is a big one. We've been doing a lot of those recently. Like anyone that's on that list, whatever they want, they get. Because it's important.
I'm being very attacked by the sun, Grant. Grant, can you sort the sun out?
Now, there's literally nothing I can do. And now the continuity is broken because you've got sunglasses on.
Yeah, but...
And the whole day is going to change. I don't know why you decided to shoot outside.
Okay, so the Jake Paul vlog has started. That's the voice in the background, guys. It's basically a game where you have to tell me what you really think about these people.
Okay, wow, okay. I love Zoe.
Yeah?
I actually do, yeah.
What do you think about the fact that she sold £50 advent calendars?
Well, so, I don't think people realise how complicated making a product and putting it out there is. So, like, I don't know the ins and outs of the business deal and how much things cost and putting the packaging together and distributing it. Like, there is a lot that goes on. So without knowing any of that, I really can't comment. Like, no one can comment.
That's exactly what I was saying. Now this one, be honest. Look, I know everyone likes him, but what do you really think about him?
I like partying with this guy.
Ah! There is something useful about me. Told you, Mom. Did you know who that is?
I do know who that is. A big reason why I came out to my family and had a slight crush on him back in the day.
When did you come out to your family?
When I was 18.
So was that after Troy's?
That was after, yeah.
Did you ever have to like talk about it online at all? Did you ever feel the need to, or is it just something?
No. I've never until yesterday, like actually like said the words. But like I've never hidden it.
Yeah.
And I've tweeted about it, but I've never like actually said it. I never felt the need to say it.
Do you think we'll get to a point soon where people don't actually have to say it anymore?
I hope so.
Is that the day that it's like fully equal and everyone is the day you don't have to talk about it?
I don't think it'll be for a while though. Oh, we're getting into politics now. I don't like him.
You don't like him?
No.
I see a lot of like business people say, "Oh, Trump's okay because he helps me with my business."
Like no matter how good he is at that, being a bad person doesn't make that okay. Logan. I mean, I'm always going to be biased and prefer Jake, but they're both incredible at what they do.
Yeah.
And it speaks for itself.
I think he's incredibly talented. Well then, of course that.
Jake is the king. Like, people really don't know him at all. And the stuff that he does for the people around him, and like people that he doesn't even know, is unbelievable. And the rumours that get put out there is ridiculous. He is... I've heard a lot of things about him, and from what I've heard from his friends is that he puts it all on for the camera and is not like that. But I can only comment on what I see, because you're asking me.
Yeah.
And also the sunlight's coming for me.
I know. We're really in it.
But yeah, I mean, from my experience with him, I'm not a fan. But again, for everyone that's done well in this space, I respect that.
Just because I'd love to hear your take on this.
I still love them to pieces, and I don't know how it came across on camera when they were here, but like I was the closest to them in the house, and one minute everything was fine, and the next it wasn't, and I don't think I'm ever going to know the reason behind that.
Have you had any chance to communicate privately?
I, along with everyone else, when it happened, and even before it was happening, I've been messaging them and like trying to figure out what's wrong and what's going on. and there's just been no response. I don't think I'm ever gonna know, like, what went wrong, because
I love the way we're trying to have this really serious conversation.
So we tell Jake to keep it down.
Yeah, Jake, shut up. Shut up.
Are you mad at me?
Really? We're trying to film a very important interview for the Casper Lee channel. It's more important than your videos.
Okay, I'll like and subscribe.
Thanks, buddy. And if you were free to do exactly what you wanted with this, business team, where would you see it being in 5 years if everything went to plan exactly how you wanted it to?
I'd see us doing the exact same stuff, but just with a bigger audience.
Bigger than it is now?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Everything's possible. I've learned that at this point. Everything I've ever wanted, like I've worked towards, and like I'm here now. Like when I look at things and I'm like, I want that, I feel like I'm gonna get it at this point.
Now it's time for my least favorite segment. You have to react to one of my older videos.
I've probably seen them all.
Oh, no, you haven't, trust me. I want to know if I would get into Team 10 if you saw this now.
So this is actually a deleted channel that Casper had when he was 16, and the channel was called Dick of Africa.
And this video is called Dick is a Gangster. Is that something you guys would like?
Nope.
No?
Already. One try.
Hey, wait. This ain't gangster. We need to turn up the heat. This is the very first diss track.
Oh yes, much better. This is some wild dope shit show, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, enough with the colours. Oh, for fuck's sake, man, turn them off!
Yeah.
No.
Wait, there's more.
Yeah, it's only a minute and a half.
No, this is so bad. Oh my god! Right, no, please. Not you.
How long ago is this?
This is when I was 16. I'm saying, would you guys sign me
What all?
if you saw this?
I mean, have you seen him fucking singing?
Okay, wow, don't even bring that up.
What are you guys doing an interview about?
Everything Nick Crompton.
Oh, is this a part of the interview?
Yeah.
Oh, am I in it?
Yeah.
Hey.
There's my thumbnail.
Yo, he's smart, we should sign him.
Would you say that's something you would probably look at signing?
No,
It's better than saying London is my city.
I didn't say that.
Oh wait. England is my city.
If I'd have said London is my city, that would have been correct.
Shit, I ruined that. That was so perfect. Well, how did that lyric happen?
I can't write, so when I'm on these songs, it's not me writing. And Jake wrote that. I still don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but I saw it and I was like, oh, that's funny. So I did it. and I just thought it was funny, and we went along with it, and it went out there, and the reaction was something else.
Could we call Jake in here to confirm that he thought that England was potentially a city?
We could try and do that. We have a question.
What's up?
Well, basically, we want to know, did you really because he's saying that you wrote the lyric, England is my
Yeah,
city.
I did.
Did you really?
Did you do it as a joke? Or
No, honestly, I dropped out of high school. First of all, and when I was in high school, I got bad grades. I just didn't care. Like, I'm a smart kid, but like I just didn't care about school, and I just never I've never been to England, and so I didn't realize what the mistake that I was making. Plus, in our defense, like, we made that song in literally an hour and a half. So it was like, England is my city. If it weren't for the U.S. team, there would be shit. Go record it.
There was a lot going on.
There was like 9
So
people.
it wasn't a planned.
No, I had no idea. And I think whoever like caught it at first, they were like, England is a city, and I was like watching the reaction video where they were like making fun of it, and I was like, I don't get why this is funny.
But Jake, how many people were there at the recording booth? Like, did
Dude,
someone call it?
There was literally 12 people there. There
And
was
no
like
one called it? Were they just too
No
scared
one
to
caught
say
it. No one caught it.
I mean-
everything was happening so fast. I wrote Tessa's verse too. I wrote that whole thing.
Like, I read it. And I just thought it was a joke, and I didn't really give a
Yeah,
shit.
because you would have known.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, I mean, it worked out pretty well.
Oh,
it
yeah,
worked
yeah.
out
You know what I
perfect.
mean?
Great.
It's a perfect mistake.
Making
Yeah.
so much money on that merch.
Yeah, we're in pretty big house too. So, I mean, I'm not mad at all. Please, more people react.
Thanks, Jake.
Yeah, just call me if you have any more
You
questions.
made Grant's life. He'll have a few more questions.
Alright, I'll be here.
What was the beef between all like you got the Jake house, so you got the Team 10 house, you got Logan Paul's house, and you have the Rice Cup stuff. Do you guys ever communicate privately and say let's go for this, let's make this bigger?
No. The stuff with Logan and Jake is like brotherly rivalry.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it does get heated, but like they're brothers,
Yeah.
and it's fine, like every single time, and they're always like trying to one-up each other.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it always ends with a hug and like, love you.
KSI, and he had beef with Sidemen. He kind of admitted recently that he didn't really talk about it with them, but he did it, and he saw the reaction it was getting, so they just kept doing it, and they became like a joke within them. Is that kind of, that's kind of sounds what happened between, Jake and Logan, but with the Rice Cups as well, that's a real thing?
Yeah. I want to ask a question because I don't know this. I think you should know, but with the KSI and Joe Weller stuff,
Yeah.
is that real?
So here's the thing as well, I didn't think it would be real, but then my friend Josh saw them recently in a room together, and they said they wouldn't talk and they hated each other. So I'm just like, I wish I had this amount of anger on someone else, because I feel like I could really monetize it, but at the same time, I don't want to fake it.
You hate me.
On the same kind of topic, relationships. Are relationships real?
I mean, when you live in a house like this together, I don't think you can label what it is, but like people get super close, and sometimes I don't know if Jericho's real, but it is real, but like, I don't know.
Yeah. So the next game is plug. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to plug whatever you want on one of the most successful YouTube channels in South Africa.
Do I have time to think about it?
So I had to say South Africa. 3, 2, 1, plug.
Team 10 Gaming coming soon. We've got pop-up shops in LA and New York. Also, my channel is starting in January, and go get my merch if you want it. fanjoy.club/Nick Crompton.
Casper Lee has a second channel.
Casper Lee has a second channel as well. You should go and do one over there.
Thank you. And Grant, can you stop sending messages to me while we're doing this, because you're interrupting the sound? Spoke about your family a little bit earlier. Are you able to help them yet?
My dad's a very proud man,
Yeah.
and he won't accept help from me, so it's difficult with that. So I just need like...
Grant,
It's not me.
he's having a very serious, discussion with me.
Please, Nick, continue. Don't be disrupted by Casper's emails.
I send money back when
Yeah.
they need it, and I do as much as I can.
Are they proud of you?
They don't really understand what
That's
is going
crazy.
on. My mum just tells people that I manage people,
Yeah.
and that's not what I do.
Yeah.
So we performed on the Teen Choice Awards, and that was like a huge thing, and they just didn't get it. They really didn't understand. But then I'm going back for Christmas, and I'm doing something with the school that my mum works at, and like the local newspaper and news is coming to like cover it, and now she's freaking out.
Would you say you're fulfilled right now?
I honestly don't think I will ever be fulfilled. I'm always going to be wanting what I haven't got. Even if I have everything, I'll want to create something that doesn't exist. Just to keep doing something, to give purpose to my life. I don't think I can ever just be like content and stand still and like that's it, I've done everything I wanted. I don't think that's ever going to happen. Which is scary.
It is scary, isn't it?
I can completely be grateful for everything I have and respect it and be happy for it and realise how lucky I am. I hate using that word,
Yeah. There is luck involved.
but yeah.
I mean, you were lucky to have been able to start YouTube when you did, and it led to all of this.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a nice way to end this. Thank you so much for your time, Nick.
Thank you for having me.
It's a beautiful house. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.